Doggie Dojo. Welcome! It's so good to see you. I have something special for you, and that is I have my dog Mochi here, and I think we're live. Couple questions I have for you all while I have you right here. One, what do y'all need help with? What are we training? What are we doing this year? What is our goals? I want to know. I have a lot of them, but I'm going to bring some of them live here to the YouTube channel, and we're going to be discussing a lot of different aspects of physical health, mental health, social health, emotional health, all that stuff when it comes to being a dog sports competitor, handler, or just overall dog mom or dad. But what do y'all need? Secondly, to that is if I were to introduce a Doggie Dojo Ninja community, would you all be interested in that? Would that be something you guys would be wanting to do? I have a Doggie Dojo Ninja coaching where I meet with people one-on-one on a 3-month basis, and we tackle whatever training goals they're working on. But I like to do something a little bit more community-based, and something that where everyone can come together and they could kind of celebrate their wins and kind of work through some of the problems that they're having together. So if that's something you're interested in, you need to let me know in the comments because I will do it if you guys are all interested in. Today, I have my wonderful dog, Mochi, here. Let's see if we can see him on camera. There he is. This is Mochi, my Stabahoon. And we are working, oh, wrong camera. We are working on lots of stuff. I was going to pull out the Wii polls and show you some Wii poll training today, if that's something you're interested in. Some of these live streams we're going to do, I've had like in the past scripted and gotten together a massive amount of, prep to go into the live streams, but I'm kind of going to I want to do more live streams more often, whether that's here or other platforms. And so a lot of these live streams, because of the way my life is right now, are going to be kind of spur of the moment, whatever you want to hear and see, and whatever I'm working on with my dogs personally. So if that sounds cool to you, stick around, subscribe, do all that stuff. We're going to jump in here, and I'm going to talk to you all about Westminster. We just got back from New York. And we had a great time there. It was fantastic. We had our dog, French Bulldog Miko, make it all the way to finals and get 4th place in the 8-inch class. It was incredible. We also had our dog Jade, our Border Collie, our other French Bulldog Sushi, our Shih Tzu Noah, and our Silky Terrier Enya in Westminster as well. And if you aren't familiar with Westminster, the way you get into that competition is once you get a mock or master's level achievement. This is going to get ugly. But once you have not all these. Once you have one of, here, I'm going to do this. Once you have one of, come this way, mock bars, mock achievements, Masters Agility Championships. Now y'all tilted. That's going to help. Or, so we got a few of those. Let me see if this will follow me all the way around backwards. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's see how far it will go. That's as far as it goes. There's more over here and more over there. We have a lot of our dogs. But once your dog has that, then you can sign up for the Westminster competition. And in order to get there, you have to have a certain amount of speed points and double Qs. If that's something you want me to do a video on, let me know in the comments. I'll do a video all about how to get your mock bar. And we'll get you there. I say mock bar, but just mock or Master Agility Championship within AKC, American Kennel Club. But we also have, you have other competitions in AKC. You have your nationals competitions, which every year they have a certain level of requirements of double Qs, meaning double Qs are like, what is that word? It means that when you're doing a competition day, there's a standard course with all the A-frames, dog walks, and seesaws, and there's a jumpers course that doesn't have any of that contact equipment in it. If you get a qualification or clean run in your master's level, and your standard and a qualification and a clean run and your jumpers on the same day, you get what's called a double Q. Now that you need 20 of those to get your master level achievement amongst speed points being if you have to complete the course in 45 seconds and you complete it in 30 seconds, you get 15 speed points. That's how you get your master level achievement. Now, also, your mock championship, I should say. Also, and it comes to nationals and getting to nationals with your AKC dog, you have to get depending on the year, what they do. Like there was different requirements this year than most years. You need those double cues. Now they have these things called premier runs where you can do like a more advanced version of these standard and jumpers courses. And those are more interesting because you can get like your standard premier clean run on Saturday and then your jumpers premier clean run on Sunday. And that becomes a double cue. Most other times in order to get a double cue, particularly for mock bars and things like that, like a regular double cue, you have to get your jumpers and your standard cue on the same day. So I know that's probably a lot of like information that y'all didn't need to know. Maybe you did. Let me know. So then there's also invitationals. Now that one's interesting. That's in December and October that we do. My wife and I do. That's where you have to be the top 5 in your breed in AKC, be invited, hence invitationals to that competition. So those are like the 3 major AKC competitions. There's a lot of other ones out there. There's international stuff. We just need to know where you guys are at. We are doing agility. We're talking a lot about agility today. I'm going to show you all some weave pulls here in a second. But we can talk about dock diving and dog tricks and dog obedience and puppy training too in these live streams. It's just whatever you all want. And if you're watching this on replay, I appreciate it. And if you want me to do a different live stream on a certain topic, just put it in the comments right now. Do it right now. Stop, pause the video, and put it in the comments. Let's go. I have a lot of energy today because I'm excited to be here. Okay, there's lots of ways to teach weave pulls. First off, you're going to get yourself some weave pulls. And hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm thinking you all can. With the weave poles, these are some really nice ones I got on Amazon. And what you can do is you can do what's called offset weave poles. Now, when it comes to weave poles in general, I'll show you what they look like straight, you can also do what's called 2x2s. We're going to do some offset training today, but straight weave poles, you'll see in a second. The camera's going to really know if these are straight or not. It probably won't be. Straight weave poles are, as such, like just a straight line. And I'm going to switch the camera angle again so y'all can see what I mean by that, like this. And what you can do, and get some cookies, is you can do what's called offset weave poles. Because the goal for the dog, I'll show you real quickly. I'm going to act like a goofy human here in a second. The goal for the dog is to run straight through the poles and not, I'll do a couple demonstrations. I wish I had my overhead. Sometimes I have my overhead camera on. And not to do, of course, run by them. You don't want a dog that just runs by the weave poles. We get that problem, right? You want a dog that weaves the weave poles, and you want them thinking about a straight line all the way through. As they're going through, they're kind of slaloming back and forth. They're not stepping and doing multiple steps to go around each pole. They're just kind of slaloming through. In order to get that, what you're going to do, and I'll switch camera angles again. Boop. Which get that, you're going to, in some circumstances, you can do 2x2s, or it's just 2 poles at a time. In other circumstances, you do this is called little offset weave poles. Yeah. Now, there is an importance. Dogs have to enter in their left shoulder. They have to come in on the left shoulder. So when they enter in the weave poles, they aren't going in with the first pole with dog on their right shoulder. They aren't coming in this way to the first pole. They're coming in that way. So when you offset these, it's real important that you offset them properly. If you offset them the wrong way, you're going to teach the dog to do the wrong way. Because dogs in agility always have to start the weave poles by entering the first pole on their left shoulder, so that your dog can have a nice straight line all the way through. This is what the beauty of offset weave poles is for your dog. Now, lots of different ways to do this. One of the oldest ways of doing this, and it's been kind of, I don't want to say shunned or frowned upon, but is you just take a treat and you can lure your dog all the way through, giving them cookies throughout the whole process. The problem with this idea or this thing or this ability is the fact is that now when you are doing weave poles, you are having to be right next to your dog in order for them to achieve the behavior. They use your body as a gauge to do that. And that's a big deal. It's a fast way of doing it. It is really a great and fast way of getting your dog to get through the poles. It's also A really good way to get your dog to love the poles is to come through, search, and to get lured through. Yes, good job, search. Now this is another way of doing it is you can get them to kind of approach it, and if they search, good job. Oh, he went around. Whoopsie. Search, good job. That was my fault, probably the cookie toss. Search, good boy. So you went the wrong way, like you went on the wrong side. So we're going to do another search cookie this way. Search. I'm going to show you one other way to do this in a second. Yes, search. Good job. I'm trying to make it so he is going in there by himself, and I'm not having to navigate as well. Because when I'm doing, yes, good boy. When I'm doing weed pulls, I don't want to have to. I'm going to bring him over here. I'm going to actually switch cameras here. Search. Good job. When I'm doing weed pulls, I don't want to have to be right next to my dog all the time. It used to be fine. It used to be completely fine. So that's why luring methods were fantastic to begin with and to do, because when it came to agility as a sport, as a complexity of the courses, you could practically, what they call, be glued to your weed poles. Now, judges do crazy things. They kind of make it advantageous for you not to be so glued to the weed poles, where if you can get some distance, and whether head, behind, to the side of the weed poles, you can get like better down line to get an actual cross in somewhere else down the road and be in better places. Also, judges have done crazy things, not in the AKC, but other venues, where you send your dog into a tunnel. I think it's following me now. Stop that. You send your dog into a tunnel, and the dog goes into the tunnel underneath the dog walk, and you are layering and telling your dog to do the weed pulls with you on the other side of the dog walk. Another mess of things. So it's real important if you can try to be away from dog. Now, third way of doing this, a very popular way as well, is, and this is tricky because it's nice to probably sometimes use what's called a treat and train. And you can put a target down here with a treat cookie. And bring your dog over here and say, ready, get it. And oh man, that's the biggest problem with doing it that way is if the dog doesn't do it right, they can just get the cookie anyway. So a treat and train is really nice. So getting an automatic feeder, or this is how you fix this problem as well. Let me see if this camera angle will be better. Okay, we're gonna roll with this one. We're gonna flip to the other side. Or why did Mochi do that? You think to yourself, dogs aren't necessarily always just flipping you the paw. There's reasons that dogs make a mistake. So I'm going to put this treat back up here, ahead. Again, that is because he doesn't understand the concept yet. He doesn't understand why can't I go around the weed poles? So you start with your dog. Here, get it. Yes, good boy, super. And don't ask him to do so much, okay? Don't ask him to be. Right, now, if I had him on collar on leash, you could do that too. But ready? Don't ask him to do the whole thing. Yes, get it. Go. Sorry, go. Get it. Now, I was a mistake on my part. Is I should have said get it and not yes. So let's talk about that real quickly. I love live streaming because I make mistakes and y'all can just kind of roast me if you'd like. I'm too cool with that. But there's different types of reinforcers. If you say the word yes, a lot of times you're saying yes and you're giving the cookie to the dog. So the dog's coming to you for reinforcement. Get it means to get reinforcement away from me, or bowl, or target, or spot, whatever word you want to use. And so when I said the word yes, you can see very clearly that he turned towards me because he thought, oh, cookie reinforcement towards dad. So it just depends on how things. You don't have to do these setups, but it does help. So some people will do like fetch to go fetch toy, or if they want the dog to tug on something, they say the word strike to strike a toy, to grab the toy out of your hand and tug with you. So there's different scenarios for different things. Hey, I got 3 viewers on here. This is crazy. This is amazing. So that is weed pole training in somewhat of a wraps. Someone's not done training though. Someone has said, excuse me, could we do some more of these weed pulls? Because I'm having a lot of fun, Dad. So this is where Mochi's at. I need to send this over to his breeder. He's a Stabai-hound, if you guys aren't familiar with those. So you can see where he's at. Because he, in the next 6 months, is also, ready, weave, get it, yes, good boy. Uh-oh, that's my pen. Search. Weave. Search. Good boy. Weave. Search. Good boy. Nice. Weave. Search. Ah, super. Go to the other side real quick. Search. Weave. Yeah, good job. Weave. Yeah, search. Good job. Very nice. So next steps of this would be, which I do a little bit here, is to make it a little bit more skinnier. So it's a little harder for him to get it right. This is probably one step too far. We'll see. Let's go here. There we go. It's kind of a fun angle. Hey, search. Good one. Ready. Weave. Search. Awesome. Weave. Search. Oh, my bad. I made a mistake. Weave. Search. Good job. So he tried to go around. This little skinnier on this side. So weave. Yeah, so good. Woo! Party. Awesome. So there you go. Oh, no. My camera went out. Y'all didn't get to see the ending. Let's do it again. I don't know why it went out. That's silly. Okay, ready? Weave. Search. Good job. He did it right, though. Weave. Search. Yeah, good job. I love how he's driving through the poles. This is like one of my favorite ways of doing the weave pole training because I'll just go here and see if I can have the camera follow me. Come on. Oh, you're going to see me. I don't know if it is. Let's try this again. One more time. There it goes. All right. So one of the reasons why I love this so much is the fact that I'm not having to be right here with him. You saw me probably change positions. Like sometimes when he was going through, I was behind and he was ahead. Sometimes he was going through, I was ahead and he was behind me. Sometimes he was going through, I was a little bit too far away from him. And so, by saying search and having the cookie tossing in front of him, he's driving straight forward. He's not looking at me for reinforcement. One of the biggest problems with weave pole training with dogs, with the luring method particularly, is as the dogs are doing these weave poles, I wish I could actually bring this down I'm going to bring down the camera just a slight bit. Excuse me, so you guys can see. It is getting real mad. So sorry. Don't get too mad. Okay, here, we're going to bring it down just a little bit so that y'all can maybe see it. Is that going to work? No, it's not. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to see if it will do it here. Okay, let me do this. That too. Cool. One of the problems with going through weave poles is the dogs will go through the weave poles. And if you're luring, a lot of times, as you start to stop putting treats in the poles, eventually you have to let go of the treats. The dogs will start looking up at you and they're going to look up at you and they're going to miss a pole because they're looking up at you. So, or if you're really behind, essentially we get behind, so you're like way back there and the dog's going through the weave poles, they will look back and see, hey, mom, dad, you coming? And they won't finish the weave poles either. So it's nice to be able to not use the luring as much as possible because then the dogs really are driving through the poles. Okay. Well, that wraps up my stream for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Now you're really far down here. I do apologize. I will get this camera stuff more fixed up as we go forward. But I really enjoyed our time together. It was a really good time together. And if you want to see more live streams like this, please let me know in the comments. I need to know what y'all want to see, what you want to be doing. And we're going to have some good times together. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm working on my tech setup right now so that I can actually not only do these live streams, but produce more content for you all. But it's been great here. Dock diving. Okay. So with that, I would definitely check out some of my other socials because I will be doing, it's easy just for me to take my phone out there and do some live streaming / content setups with the dock diving stuff. But I am tempted, since you mentioned it, it would take a lot to do like one of these more like multi-camera live streaming sessions. That'd be so much fun with you all out on the dock. That'd be so cool with like some GoPros and stuff. So much fun. So you can ask the questions as we're doing it. But I would love to also do some dock diving. Now, leading up to dock diving season, because it's happening, maybe some canine fitness for dock diving. Does that sound cool? We could do that right here in the studio, and we can get your dogs ready to go when dock season is finally opening up. Some docks are going to start opening up in the next month, probably in everyone's areas. unless you're really far up north. And if you have indoor dock diving, you're lucky. Congratulations for scoring on that. But if you have outdoor dock diving, you should be opening up pretty soon here in the next month or so. I know one of the places nearby me is going to be opening up mid March. So yeah. Ooh, you have a dog just starting. I'm excited about it. So, on that note, since I have you here, I put this at the top of the live stream, and I'm glad you're here and you're talking with me about it. One of the other aspects I'm considering is I have, of course, my Dog Ninja program where people do one-on-one coaching with me. But I also am thinking about doing like a Doggy Dojo Ninja community where we actually start to like kind of just gather. I don't know if I'm going to do like on Discord or through my website or something like that, but like a free community that people can kind of celebrate each other's wins, kind of challenge each other, do some training goals, maybe some weekly or monthly challenges for everybody. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know too, because that should be coming. I've put it out on the top of this live stream because I wanted people to see if they wanted it. If they want it, I'm going to do it. If people are interested, then I'm not going to do it. But I think we could do some really cool stuff as a group, as a community across the world. Doggy Dojo Ninjas for life. And we can do maybe some little achievements or challenges with some, I don't know. I do some t-shirt and some print on demand stuff as well. I'm thinking about maybe even kind of like almost like the whatchamacallit. There's that one wonderful lady, Kira Sundance, like kind of doing some things that you can get some medals for, different achievements. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you guys have a great, amazing week. Have fun with your dogs. We'll see you all next time. Bye.